Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday. I've got a lot of mess here. I need to figure out my September book. I also have these cute little things I never opened. This is I haven't sat at my desk all week because I've been all like cray. These are adorable. Stop it. Look at these. I got them at Family Dollar. OMG. I want to try to use these for the rest of the year. Okay, so I've got a few things to talk about here. Got this notebook. I was using that for something. I've got the Cougar and, let me move this over here. It's probably part of the issue. I've got the Cougar and Texans football schedule, but the Cougar one is so small. I asked ChatGPT for it. It's like super small. I've got to just add it to my, okay, focus, Monique. The biggest thing I have found is my forward planning. I still need a forward planner. I usually use a monthly separate than my book. I want to get back into focusing because I haven't been. And, okay, I have these really pretty papers. We need to move you. There goes my scissors. But definitely using these in the setup of my September book. So, I had an idea. Sorry, I'm so dirty over here. Hold on. Okay, I had to go get a few things and I'm so irritated because I had just got these nails done and why is this one lifting? I went to my old new spot. I haven't been there in forever. And usually they do a really good job because I was by Sophia's gym. No. Okay. Focus. Yesterday, I was thinking a lot about my homeschool and what I'm going to need for that. And I think I drew it. I had this that I was playing with. This is the Kinbor time cheese. Let's move that over there. You go over there. Okay. So I was like, if you get a planner that has the correct dates in that year, you could use that definitely to process your life and schooling. I have found I don't like them separate, but I also don't like my homeschool in this book more than just homeschool notes. I've tried it. It doesn't work. I've tried it for many years. I've been homeschooling, for 7 years now, 6 years. You know what? As long as I've done my monthly books, that's how long I've been homeschooling. So I was like, okay, so if you get a book that has, or use a book that has all the months, and then the week you use for just homeschool, and then the day you could either use for homeschool or your journaling. Okay. The reason why I say journaling is for some reason I'm not journaling as much, but I am using a lot of back pages for just a bunch of notes. So I've got 2 more weeks in here and that's, I know, not enough. So I'm trying to pace myself. So I was like, if you put homeschool in there, it's in the back of the book and you're not going to pay attention to it. So I thought, okay, if you do like, I think my son is home already. Ugh. And now I'm not going to be able to talk. I mean, I definitely want to see him, but you know what I mean? I have a sidebar and I have this for time blocking and pre-planning school. Like what we did this year, we are doing Mia Academy as her main curriculum. We're doing a few apps, new apps, workbooks, spelling, math, geography, audiobooks. Okay. I'm trying to work on her goals, and her goals are definitely time, money, addition, with the 2 digits. She looks at the math problem vertically and not horizontally. And a lot of the worksheets are that way, and she's got to learn how to do that, because obviously she's going to learn how to do 2-digit numbers like 20 plus 20 or whatever. She's got to start learning that. She's having a hard time with it. So I want to substitute with some apps. I wrote it all down because ChatGPT also did me a whole freaking curriculum that I told him about, that I want to work on today. I promise to have a point, but like there's some apps, Moose Math, Epic Books, Homer Learn and Grow, Khan Academy Kids, she's already on. And then there's Khan Academy that's just free. It's not an app, it's like online, and it's free. I had no idea about. I did it based on a 3-day homeschool curriculum for 8-year-old visual hands-on learners. So like he gave me a whole bunch of shit. So I got like all that set up, but I need to figure out how I want to work it in the week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I would do Mia Academy, and then like Tuesday, Friday, we're going to have to do more than just 3 days a week. We're just going to have to. And then I can incorporate, because she has gymnastics on Wednesdays. So I've got to incorporate the audio apps and the gymnastics. So I'm not worried about trying to figure that out. I'll figure it out. But on the dailies, this doesn't have 365 dailies. I could write down maybe like, because, I already do my tasks over here, my dailies over here. But I also like to do pretty planning. So maybe bring back the pretty planning in the back. Okay, for the weeks that I'm in it, and then put more of life and homeschool down. So the day would be what I did. So I was like, okay, I'm going to need a cover that's going to have to accommodate that. Okay, and I'm going to need a book. So I restringed. This is the Moleskine. I've been playing with these. It's just too cute. I'm sorry. So I need to restring this. This is the biggest book I have from Print Prussian on a B6 level. So I have my Avec. That is current time. A5, it's just not going to work. It doesn't work. A5 rings doesn't work as FC Classic. As much as I try for homeschool like that, it doesn't work. So I thought, okay, like obviously the months will be there. I'll have the months. I'll just have to share the weekend because I'm thinking to cut it to B6 Slim. Now, I already have one cut down, so I can talk about what I would want to do. And I can't really use this one because the months are outdated. Sure, I can redate them, but I don't even think I have enough months to redate. No, I don't. I took all the months out. So the week is way bigger. Oh shit, I'm going crazy. The week is way bigger than that other one. I wouldn't have a sidebar. Okay, but I can tip in, and I cannot do a full year. It would have to be a half year, because this would have to coincide with my monthly book. My monthly book would have to go back to B6 Slim, and I would have to have a B6 Slim, and then that'll essentially be like that big. So it would be like a full book, but 2 different books in one. So I was like, okay, you have this Wonderland 222 you could use. But then I thought, what if you do a half year? Take your journaling out. I know. I think I have a half year. Hold on. So I have a half year right here, right? I don't know if it'll work. It'll cover all of what I needed to, because I had these here. I have to, looks like this. I would have to cover this page with the monthly, because I didn't even account for that. Oh wait, did I? There it is, calendar. So I'd have to glue it down, the monthly. Then it's habit tracker, morning pages. I did account for 1 day of wellness. So my devotion notes can be written out like that. Let's just pretend, right? And then here goes my food log, has to be 2 pages. My brain dump, there's no homeschool in here a week. Okay, that won't work. This one, for some reason, is condensed. It's not a true half year. Because I think I took too many pages out of it. I think this is the thickness of a half year. I don't know. I don't have a half year with me, but I've got this one. So if I did, I would get like an A5 half year and cut it down to histology for my main book. I could also use this one. So it would be my main book like this. And then the A5, I would cut it down. It would be this size. And I would put it in the strings. Is that my son? Oh my gosh, I swear to you. Something tells me my older boy's gonna call me. So I can't use this because it would bother me that, I don't know, I would have to cover all of this up. Let's see. I like that it gives you the preview. I think I want to go really, really neutral. It doesn't give you 2 of each, I don't think, which sucks. I could go back and get more. I want the really neutral. I saw a gray in here. Where is it? So you're a liar. This one right here, I'm thinking. I didn't see that. Sorry, I want to look. I didn't even see the little yellow hearts. You guys are liars. Come on, I wanted the yellow hearts. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I would have to, these are 25 sheets. I got them at Family Dollar. They're not double-sided. I want to do one that if I wouldn't mind it being covered with that. How about I do like a yellow, only because September is going into fall, but it's also her birthday. So let's say I cover this up. Because knowing me, that's probably why it's distracting me, because I'm feeling like it's freaking Valentine's Day up in this piece. So if I cover it up, maybe I can work with it better. I like when that shows. Where's my son? And then we need a whole new freaking door. I don't know. All kinds of shit's happening to our house. So, hey baby. How'd it go? Okay. So obviously I would cover the blue one too. But I'm just debating on whether or not I want to cut it down because I don't know if this is going to work. Okay. So let's cut this. And then obviously I would probably have to redo this too. I don't know, maybe that could stay. But let's get down to why I wanted to see. I think I left, so habit tracker and morning pages. I did prayers and Devo. Oh wow. Then I accounted for scripture writing. I did a whole bunch. Okay. Food, homeschool, brain dump. Okay, so I already have it for 4 weeks right here. Then I have my health log. Then I would have all this. Okay, so that would work. This book. Yeah, I think I should do this book. And then when I cut this down, I also have, because we're already in August, I would have, because this starts, I want to say June, July. Yeah. That's why I love Hobonichi. They give you, I don't know, nothing can compare to them. Every single time I try to go somewhere else and use something else, nothing can compare to them. So we're right here. So I would have all of, I'm going to put it over here. I would have all of these to play and mock layouts for the thing. Okay, I think I need to cut it. I need to go watch. Nope, it's got to be up here because what I'm doing is I'm cutting off the bottom where all that freaking whatchamacallit is. The only problem with that is that some of these monthlies, oh no, okay. July, August, September, okay. Because I would essentially cut like that down. Yeah, I wouldn't lose. I would probably lose like a few little tabs of the month, which is totally fine. Now again, I'm going to go standard first and then cut down. So standard just takes off all of that. And what I do is I try to make sure I get it right on the dot, because I do not like that white showing at all. So look, see how I have that? I do not like that. So I've got to make sure I get all of that off very carefully. So I'm gonna see. Usually the standard is like hobo, touch, and then all of this comes off. But what I kind of do is like line up. Oh shit, sorry. What I think it would be. I know there's a really big precision here that someone could do. I don't know. I just don't. What I can do to make sure, and that I've done in the past, is just cut this first. And I make sure I go like right here. You know, there's no fuck ups, because if we fuck up, we just pivot. You got it with Tomorrow paper. You got to go real light on the hand, or you're going to scrunch up the paper by you applying too much pressure. So this will take a minute. I mean, I can probably edit to speed it up, but see how if I'm that right there, I'm putting too much pressure. So Isaac just went to drop off Maya at the groomer. It's his old people, his old job. I don't like my dogs at the groomer. I really don't. I don't like them anywhere near the boarding process, because, yeah, it just bothers me. But he trusts them, so I'm just going to keep going. And as usual, I always jack up, but this is such thin paper, you can come in with your scissors. The very, very, very first person that cut down a Hobonichi to a standard size was Eudia. Eudia, I think. She has a channel. That very week, a friend and I were talking about it, and then she's like, Monique, I found someone who did it. I'm like, what? And so then, but she didn't show how she cut it down on video. So my video is out there as the video that first like kind of filmed it. At the time, I didn't see anybody that was filming it, because at first I was like, fuck, I don't want to do it, I'm scared. And this was around the time I was barely starting to cut down my books myself. Okay, my hand is hurting, so I'm going to lift it off. So see, I got at least the weeks off. And so, yeah, so she was the one, and then I started doing the B6, and I think I cut down B6 first, and then she did the standard and stuff. So she was the originator of that. She does have a channel. She is currently using sterling ink. Beauty, I'm not sure if you follow me anymore, but you did before. If you can comment if you ever watch this, so I can refer to your channel, because more than likely I'm gonna forget to that's why I don't ever link, because it's just gonna be a forget process. But yeah, so then I started doing like the B6 Slim. Sometimes what it does when I do that, it doesn't get a straight line, but I can come back after that and do that. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. A lot of people might not want to cut down their Hobonichis. I get it. This one was 25, 26 bucks, because they're on sale right now. And I always try to get my Hobonichis on sale. Because I'm not paying full price. And if I cut this down wrong, I don't know why. I don't care. Because for me, I need the functionality of it. Okay, so if you're sitting there and you're like, okay, Monique, I'm gonna go like right here, and I'm gonna just try and clean that up. I'm just gonna kind of like go like that, because that's where, wait, I don't want to jack up my week now. See, it's just a smidge. Maybe I'll come in with my scissors. See how it starts to come right there? So this is a very like tedious process. And if you don't like that, then, and you get like impatient fast, which I totally understand, because so do I. Which is why this happened. Which is, I mean, it's honestly okay. It's not the end of the world. But what I don't want to do is cut it down and then jack with the monthly. Because the monthly is like right on point. So I think I might just leave it. It's really just those numbers. See, because the monthly is right on that line. And I need the full thing of the monthly. Okay, so that's the standard. And how it would be come the B6 Slim is like that. That's how much it would come off. So I kind of just would eyeball it. And make sure. Yeah, so some of the months, it's gonna be like these two off. So whatever, and then, so I don't need this one because that's like June, that's July, that's August. And I kind of just put the months like that. And then you share the weekend. I don't think any more has a 31st here. Yeah, I think we're good. So, I'm gonna stand and I'm gonna apply pressure. Oh man, there's my thing. I'll get it later. Trying to go all the way down to the spine because normally I don't. I don't want to get impatient. Biggest thing is the spine. I can work the other, and it's hitting it like that, which is fine, because that's how you know you're getting the spine. Just don't move your hand off this. It's coming off. Just find your groove. Yeah. It's off, I want to say. Nope. Ready now. Okay, you take a break. And then find where it is again. Again, I'm just worried about the spine, not the other part. Let me move it away from this because I'm cutting it way into the board. It's almost there. I can see it. I like bent over here. So this is the part where if you're not like patient with it, yeah, you're gonna fuck up the spine. There, it's off. So a lot of it is off. So where it's not, I come in with the scissors and just cut. Because, man, sometimes that shit hurts. Don't ever run and do it with a full year, which I've done it, obviously. You see the other one. And it's off, boo. That was not fun, but it was necessary. Now you might be like, okay, Monique, you're losing the tracker and all that. Again, my biggest thing is the month, the day, the week. Give me it back. So now, it's like this. I don't really care for a yearly. I'm going to paste that down. These ones, I don't care for the day of the week because you can't even see it. It's in a different language. As long as it has the date, I can change that to say, obviously that's August, which is correct. September, October, November. So December is what I don't get, which by that time I'm pretty sure I'll maybe in another one, who knows. But that's June, that's July, and this is August. So I thought I had some stickers. Then I will go to, because obviously you don't know which one is which now, but you can tell because that's June. Like July is right there. So once you get over here, that's August 1st, it says. Then I want to say this is where we're at. Then, I don't know, we'll just use one of these small ones for the day, for right now. This is not the whole entire setup, because I still got my book. I just wanted to, and some pages you'll lose the dailies, some you won't. I like to do down 2 pages sometimes towards books like this to make sure they're completely finished. So if I wanted to get technical about where I was, what is today? The 7th. It'd be right here. That's the 7th. So you still technically have a monthly, daily, weekly. It just looks different. I've done this before, so it's not a big deal. So now I've got both of them here. Okay. It would probably be my main. Now I can also do something like this, but it probably wouldn't fit correctly. like if I did, it probably won't account for both books. Did you go in? You fit before, so don't trip. And then something like this. Oh wow, it does fit. Nice. Nice. Okay, maybe I don't need this. So my main would be like that, and it wouldn't bother me because that's like, and then this would be like that. Oh my gosh, and it doesn't mess up anything. It's a flat surface. Holy shit, we're onto something. So this is what I was planning for last night. This is what I was thinking about of having to solve. I needed my life in one book. But that's usually why a companion never works. But if I have it in the same size and I have it in a continuance of that same book, I'm just essentially grabbing this and that is it. I will have my life and I will have homeschool. Now, some of the homeschool does transfer over to my stuff over here, like because I also have homeschool notes. So what the homeschool notes would be is like an overall arching, this is my current book, like what I want to do that week, a synopsis of this, like stuff I need to buy, and then the hardcore planning of the lessons and stuff like that would come on over here. So the weekly, this could be my total time. Let's do it for over here so we don't. Actually, I could do it towards the first of it here. And let's just, I'll get a pencil if I could find one. Okay. So up at the top would be the total time we homeschooled that day. And so I could loosely still use the schedule. Okay, so it's 5, nobody's getting up that early. So she usually gets up till 10. I can block it off that. That could be my stuff of what I need to do for prep. And usually our day is here. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 until I start food. And so this would be a pre-plan of what I want to do for school. And again, I've got to keep it short and to the point. If I start overwhelming myself, it doesn't work. So pre-plan. And then here goes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's usually like dinner, all that stuff. So this would be home. I should just put evening task. So it would be evening. And then down here can just be like any kind of notes, whatever. Maybe plan for the next day. I don't know, maybe I have some kind of ideas. And then that's kind of how I would use the weekly to help me. And then I would go to the daily. And there's several things that I can do here. I don't think I want a time block on the daily. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the very first that they give you. Okay, and like say for instance today, let's just talk about today. We're loosely starting things, okay? And let's say my prep is to print activities. I also need to download the new apps onto her iPad. I want to see if I can do Mia Academy on there. I'm pretty sure I can. I'm going to check with mine. And then we will have a worksheet. Yesterday I downloaded a crossword puzzle thingy, and so it helps with the spelling. And so this would be her spelling app, and her we got to do a math and a spelling worksheet. Okay, that's kind of prep. I like pre-plan because pre-plan can give me an idea of how I want it to be. So obviously she'll wake up, she'll do her routine, she watches her show for a little bit, and then trying to ease her in it, I have to do it with her. So we can do like some reading together. Then we can do the flow back into the EMEA Academy lesson. And then like the worksheet, finish up subtraction. So see, this is like forcing me to write smaller, which is fine. And this, I don't plan to have stickers, because then the only thing would probably be like the over here. And then evening, obviously I would start dinner. I can give myself a note of what that is, because in my main planner, I just write the dinner. And usually on my brain dump, I'll be like, what's for dinner? Somebody told me in terms of my medication to use that medication pill box. Doesn't work. I swear, friends. It just doesn't. Now, the only thing is more than likely she's going to go to camp. So that's why I want to do like 3 days a week. Or if like she has something, I'll be like, she has camp at 1:15. So then you would have to pivot and make sure maybe you can fit in some kind of a lesson before she goes. Because what I'm trying to do is get her into the mode of it going. So yeah, I would like totally plan out that more and plan out my days more, but I think that for my days, I'm gonna put one here because I have days to use. And then I'm gonna put another one over here. That's my current day, the 7th. So that's where I can possibly use some of these for like house until I get caught up here, because I can redate these, because we don't start school till September 15th. So this would be a lot of prep for the homes, like the room, the like stuff like that. So say for instance, I'm doing a day today. So this is my newer book. So this would have to come out in my main book. But see, the problem is I like this cover. That's like the only thing that is pushing me away from, so I probably got to get a B6 Slim cover like this. I have a B6 Slim O-term cover. So that would be in there. I mean, it's not like the biggest change. It's just that now my stuff is all together, which is what I want. And it accounts for it, because this is chunky. So I hope all that makes sense. It totally makes sense to me. I'm going to try it out today just to see how it works. I'll probably go ahead and start like decorating some of this stuff. If I do, I'll come back. But this right here is going to be the plan for September for now. If I'm like, bump this, I don't want to do anything, this is where my main book will go. And then I'll just use this by itself and then put another notebook. So I'll put another notebook here. This is B6 Slim. This is the Wonderland 222. And then I have essentially a notebook for commonplace. It doesn't have to be this big, because this is freaking thick. I can cut down one of these. So this is a regular standard size. Well, actually, no, this is a freaking wide. Standard is here. Wait. See? So if because this is lined, it would totally help me right now with pre-planning. So I'm gonna kind of take a little bit off, just a tad. Me and my cutting. I have basic slim notebooks. I have a slim Midori. The problem is I don't like putting my books on strings, especially like a Hobonichi, because I feel like the paper is so thin. I could put it in a clear cover and then put the cover on the strand. That's how I've used them in the past. So I haven't even got into the bulk of my planning for the day, because when the idea strikes, I could not sleep. So, how I do a slim, see, is I bring it down here. And just mark that. I got these little butterfly notebooks at Barnes & Noble for my birthday. My husband took me. I should have started off on the other side. I never cut with the spine facing me. I always do it the other way for this reason, but whatever. It's that freaking spine, man. Sometimes you gotta get on, like, stand up and push your body weight on it. Kind of wiggle. Sad heifer, she's not trying to. This one does not need to be perfect. Trust me. If you just go real fast, you can get it, because you're just like, that's when you get irritated and you're like, bitch, if you don't come. Oh, I don't want to bitch. My poor cutting board, I've had this for so many years. So then, now, she's in there. And actually, I probably cut too much off. That's okay. It's just a notebook. So anyhow, my friends, I hope this made sense. Totally made sense for me. Totally love it. I could possibly, in the meantime. Oh, this is so adorable. Give it to me. Oh, come on, you piece of shit. You just jacked it up. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut it anyway. I can use that for just like, do I want it to show? No, I want it to show this, so I cut some off. And it could be for pretty planning, or like, not pretty planning, how you call it? I can't even think. So yeah, This is where I can possibly use... I was supposed to be getting off of here. It's my baby girl. And Isaac will come over here because he's about to leave me. I hate it. All right. Yeah, my boy. Thanks for watching.